Hello, Armored Chocobo again after, what is it, 2 weeks since my last video? It felt a lot longer than that. I've been looking for an interesting Christmas game, which is actually pretty hard to find. A lot of them are just like little kiddie, hey, match this candy cane and win a prize, or help Santa sort all these packages before Christmas, and stuff like that. And it was tough going trying to find a Christmas game that I would enjoy, and you would enjoy, and it would be interesting enough for me to commentate on. I was going to go with Home Alone for the Genesis, but it was too repetitive. Even though it was interesting seeing Macaulay Culkin shooting people with a BB gun. But no, it's going to involve this rather irritated Santa and this loading bar, which I'm not going to usually show in my games unless I have something to talk about before I need to show you the title. Yes, it's a browser game. No, I don't think it's made by Flash. It's made by Pixel Jam, and it was along with Adult Swim. They made a game before this. This is the Xmas version of it. The other version only had like 3 levels and got pretty boring pretty fast. I like this one though. It's called Mountain Maniac, the Xmas edition. It involves this guy right here. He's dressed up like Santa, for reasons we are going to find out. And yes, it has Christmassy music and Christmassy background and Christmassy things. And a Christmassy hammer. I don't know what the hammer's about. But it was created by Pixel Jam. They made a whole bunch of retro-looking games like this. And this one was originally created for something they called the 8-bit rejects, which is something Adult Swim thought up. So let's get right into it and see why this Santa is so mad at everything right now. He used to be a lumberjack. He was arrested for illegal lumberjacking. Look at that. That ain't a regulation-size hammer for lumberjacking. It has to be at least 2 times that. He has to do community service as the mall Santa, but the kids are so greedy. Look at him. He wants those dinosaurs, that plane, and that car, and... You just made him snap. He's gonna go across Canada riding this rather rickety train. There are no passenger cars in Canada. You have to ride in the cargo. And then you have to hike 500 miles to Santa's workshop, where you have to take out the source of corruption as Bad Santa? Evil Santa? Hammer Santa? MC Hammer. I don't know. But here's a tutorial. The Mountain Man has gone crazy. You have to smash boulders down a mountain and get his revenge on Santa Claus for making all the kids of the world greedy. You can control the Mountain Maniac by the left and right. And you hit stuff with the X key or the down arrow. And defend against attackers. I don't know what that's about. The redder your hammer is, the bigger the boulder. Sometimes you don't want the biggest boulder. And then you gotta ram it into stuff with the power of your rage. Got 5 tries to destroy as much as possible. And his meter tells you how much rage you got left. And there's a multiplier. Multiplier lets you control the boulder better. And then there's special attacks for boss battles. There is bosses. There's 7 levels and there's 7 bosses. And you can find extra ones just laying around. And avoid the Bumble. The Bumble hates boulders. The Bumble hates everything, including crazy Santa Claus guys. Alright, let's get into it. Let's send the biggest boulder we got. That's a rather well-sized boulder. It's like some kind of evil, demented Xmas pachinko machine. You just bounce it off of stuff. Down at the bottom of this mountain is a village filled with elf houses. Show them what for. Do not suffer elves. They're the ones that make all those cheap old-timey toys. You ever see any Christmas movie ever? They always make these old-timey Christmas toys like wooden trains and stuff. Kids don't like that stuff anymore, I hate to tell you. They're all about the Call of Duty and Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3s and anything that has a 3D system in it. Whatever. They don't like toy trains or little wooden airplanes anymore. What's wrong with these kids? I'll tell you what's wrong. Society. That's right. I'm blaming you guys. I'm also blaming that tree. Why is that tree there? Why is everything on this mountain just laying around? There's like toys and holly, and I can understand why the house is there. Somebody lived in it. But we already destroyed the whole city. Now I'm just a little bit irritated. I didn't expect to destroy it that fast. So I'm going to take it out on these boats. And traffic. And that puck... What is a puffin doing here? Game? Okay. We got a boss. There's every reindeer on this mountain. We gotta cull it. Because, I don't know. They're mind-controlled by Santa. I guess they have a Pavlovian response to stopping insane maniacs from hitting boulders down the mountain. You get off there. You are reindeer, you cannot even climb mountains. You will stay down. You never come back. Alright. Level 2. Hey, that was a pretty short level. Bipolar bear country? This is no country for old bears. Bipolar or not. The young bears will also suffer this fate. The transgressions have been done, and I will detransgression them with this boulder. Ooh. I think there's actually a hole around here I could actually get this boulder into, and fun thing... You broke my boulder! What's wrong with you? Okay, we're gonna have a talk. You are a bad Yeti, and I hate you. Show this Yeti who's boss by smashing boulders and not getting smashed like I did just there. I'm so awful against a Yeti! The Bumble has the power of the hammer without even having a hammer. That puffin is gonna suffer. You are a tropical bird, you don't belong here! You are a wintry house, you belong here, but I will not suffer your presence on my mountain. I have now claimed this mountain merely because I've climbed up it and I'm going to start hitting rocks down on you. It's actually a common occurrence of me to climb up on mountains and start hitting boulders. Yes, I've gotten in trouble for it and I'm banned from Colorado. So, how has your Christmas been going? Yes, I'm going to go from banned to Colorado to asking you about your Christmas. I don't want to talk about it. It was a troubling time, and it was full of tears. So how's your Christmas? Have you hit boulders down mountains? Have you any association with this game? Real life associations? Any polar bear extinctions going on that we need to know about? No? Come on, something has to have been happening. It's a festive time of year. Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be murdering elves. Because they're at a boss. And they kind of deserve it. Elfing it up at the bottom of mountains. Making houses out of toys and with various baked goods. Like gingerbread and marzipan. I hate marzipan. You get off my mountain. Ugh. You're gonna wish that I can't throw up right now. Throw up hammers, I mean. Sorry if this game makes inexplicable anger rise up in my gullet. I don't know what's with that. It's some kind of strange effect the game has on me. It also has a strange effect on those rabbits. And these skiers. You are elves, it's almost Christmas, you do not have time to ski. You have time to make toys, and that's it. But do you have a union that requires you to ski for at least 30 minutes a day? Or Santa Claus gets sued? Well, I don't respect that. I'm not part of a union. In fact, these guys are probably scabs. I'm doing Santa Claus a big favor by getting rid of you guys. He can't get any tax write-offs if all of his union workers happen to be scabs. And those polar bears, they gotta go. They're a pest upon humanity. And all these toys are just laying around. Why are there toys? And why is there a train? Okay, yeah. I understand why the train's there. Never mind. They gotta ship their toys somehow. I mean, the reindeer can't pull everything. Pulling everything. I'm gonna pull off destroying those houses without bouncing on them. And if you're wondering where we're at, we're actually still in Canada. There is no North Pole. North Pole is a myth. Do not believe the scientists and the people with the astrology? Meteorology? Ooh! My favorite level. You hit the mountain, you summon mini boulders, but you could also do this. Yeah! It's like Skyrim. This Santa Claus has his own dragon shout. It's called Boulder! Let's cover the whole mountain with boulders. Why not? You know what? I have a nickname for this guy now. I can't call him Bad Santa. It's copyrighted. I can't call him Fred Claus. That's copyrighted. I don't want to abuse Bob for the third Let's Play in a row. So guess what his name's going to be? Boulder Claus. Because he's dressed like Santa Claus, and we're hitting boulders down a mountain into cars. Ooh! Yes! Did you see that? Our boulder was big enough to fit in that hole, and we teleported. We showed gravity who's boss. It's not always a downward force, sometimes it's an upward force. Gravity thinks it's so hot. Oh, look at me, I'm gonna pull you down. Well, guess what? My boulder says otherwise. Stay away, Yeti. I dislike that Yeti. I'm gonna stay away from him. I dislike those caribous. They're gonna get destroyed for points. Oh, I'm gonna make lots of kids sad. I destroyed candy shops and toy factories and elves. Sorry kids, you've been naughty this year in my sight. Boulder Claus is the new decision. He will decide if you're naughty or nice, and everybody has been naughty! Those elves have been especially naughty. Those penguins, naughty. Those polar bears, they've been bad polar bears all year round. Wow. That was a slaughter! Okay, we got 2 boulders and we have very little town left. I'm displeased. And I really want to kill that elf. What's he doing climbing? He's an extreme elf. He skateboards and makes TV commercials. I make explosions happen. Yes! No more town for you. You will live in thatched huts. That's the only thing I will allow. You're gonna have to make toys using crude implements like, I don't know, bone needles and stone axes. Technology will not be permitted. Is there anything left to destroy? Besides this? It's Santa... No, it's Mrs. Claus. I did not order a Mrs. Claus. I distinctly said Santa Claus. I do not want his wife. And she is protected by a troop of female elves and gingerbread men. I disrespect you, Mrs. Claus. You were made up to make Santa Claus not look like a strange loner guy. Go away. Go away and never return. If you leave the hammers on the ground, you can tell they can just bump right into them and die. Yes! What level are we on? Level 5! I guess we could go through a little bit of level 5. Why not? We got boulders, we got time. We got that polar bear. One last thing I want to talk about before this episode runs out of time is, what are you guys planning on getting for Christmas? Like, I don't know. A lot of people want to buy Skyrim, I guess. They didn't buy it when it came out Thanksgiving. Mainly because it was too expensive. You know what's going to be very expensive? This property bill. My girlfriend, she got me some small stuff, like, she drew me some pictures and gave me hot chocolate, and she came home with a saddle the one day, and I thought it was supposed to go somewhere, but, no. She said, hey, I want to go shopping so I can buy you a present, and I was like, no, that ain't happening. I ain't riding you nowhere, and you're not riding me nowhere. I will charge by the minute. I charge $50 a minute. I'm a very expensive transportation service. Because my time is valuable. And, have I run out of things to hit? Nope. There's still plenty of things to destroy in this level. And I'm stuck on this road now. Someone want to bump me off? Thank you. Thank you for being irresponsible driver and not stopping in front of a boulder. Yes! Let's get this whole town. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. You hear the music? Sounds like Christmas carols that were, I don't know, written by crazy people. It's such a depressing Christmas. Except for me. I delight in the slaughter of elves. I also delight in hitting this boulder down a mountain. Which has kind of been depopulated. What caused this? What caused this chain of events? I blame the Delax. Doctor Who's gonna have to get involved now. Or Delax? Oh, Delix. Ah! Horrible elf deer hybrids. Get off my mountain. No one's allowed on my mountain but me. The rage from this game is starting to take over my voice. I don't know what's with that. But I do not suffer elves. Get off my mountain and stay off. I'm Armored Chocobo, and I'll see you next time on level 6. What is it called? Tunnel Trouble. It'll be trouble in the tunnel for you. I'll see you next time.